you remove the water?
Halo, proszę pana. Piesku.
Oj.
Sio, już.
Widzę kietoto?
Sandro. Sio. Sorry.
Assalomu alaykum hammaga. Demak, bugungi bonus darsimizda qiziq mavzu, ya'ni yaqindagina ishga kirgan dizayner bilan suhbat o'tkazamiz. Demak, suhbat ingliz tilida bo'ladi va pastda subtitr bo'ladi. Demak, suhbatni boshlaymiz. So, hello Anastasia. So, first of all, thanks for coming, and could you please a little bit introduce yourself a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So thank you for inviting me. So my name is Anastasia. So I have experience in design for around 5 years. And I also founder of Warsaw Design Community. So we have different offline and sometimes online meetings. And I have kind of experience in talking with designers and understanding their problems.
Okay, nice. So first of all, I've seen that on your LinkedIn page that you know the different language, like besides your native language, like English obviously, German like B1, B2 level, and Polish. So could you tell us about the importance of knowing languages?
Sure. So basically, I would say that knowledge of languages it's very critical because it make your chances much higher for finding a job. Like if you know just one language, it's just one range of jobs. And for example, if you know Polish or English or whatever, then just your chances will be much higher, and you will basically get much offers from the companies. So, for example, I had a bunch of interviews in Polish. Like my Polish is still quite intermediate, but even though I have found a lot of companies which were interested to have a talk with me, and also like my knowledge of German was also very nice for employers. So I had propositions for contract jobs, for some short-term jobs because it's really unique and. Western companies that they're really looking for people who can speak other languages, and English it's just some basic language, I think, for most designers, and not only.
Yeah. Bardzo dobrze. Okay. So you kind of invented the design community, and first of all, why did you decide to create kind of community, and how is it going, like your experience basically? Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting question. Well, this idea actually came out of sudden. So I was not planning to do any community. I have arrived to Warsaw, and I was feeling a little bit lonely, and I wanted to discuss with other designers about how have they found the job, how is the situation on the market in Poland, and maybe I just wanted also to find some new friends. It all started just from some small gatherings, and we discussed our some overall experience in companies. And from this small idea, we understand that it is a good possibility to invite more people and try different formats of events. And I think it really worked because people are coming and they asking for more and more events. And this is the next task, how to create these all events.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's really good. Like currently on this Telegram channel, there are more than 600 people in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really good. And one question that why it is important for designers to go to these communities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that for designers it's important because, first of all, there are not so much designers in each company. When you're developers, there can be 10 or 30 people maybe in company, and you can advise simply with them. But as for designers, there usually can be one designer or two designers, and maybe you can't even ask them for some advice or some feedback. And so when you unite, you can make whatever you want, like design review sessions or other types of activities.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So our main topic is you recently got a job in an African company. So what was the process? How did you get this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was actually a nice experience. Well, I have participated in different interviews for different companies, and in some of them it was almost like final interviews. And well, I really liked some from these companies, but I think that the best match it's when the company actually finds you in LinkedIn, for example, because they're really interested in this process. And that was the same with this African company. So, well, first of all, I was like a little bit surprised, like, oh, okay, why African? And that's a little bit unusual.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I really liked it because it's a startup from a very popular incubator, and so they have everything developed very quickly, and the product is really interesting. So it's in financial area, and I understood it's a good chance. Yeah, but yeah, do you want to also maybe to ask like about some steps? Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
yes,
also
please, yeah.
tell. Yeah, I can tell a bit more about this. So like it can be different in different companies. Depends, I think, on experience in their teams. Like, you know, if it's the first designer, maybe they don't know which questions to ask yet, and then this flow can be quite spontaneous, like it can be just a talk or some test task. And in some companies they really have these strict processes, like technical interview, some task, then maybe portfolio presentation. So yeah, it was different for me. And in this African company, so basically they had a talk with product manager, a small test task. Then they asked for me for even second task, and after that small speech with CEO of company, and that's it. So actually I think it took me just like 3 or 4 days
Oh.
to go to an offer, because they were really interested in person to start quickly. And
As
we
always.
just yeah yeah we just have had the same vibe, you know.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
think it's also important, like.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, we got that.
Mhm.
Is there any design team or like designers in the company?
Oh, well, there was one designer, and they just understood they wanted to hire a little bit more senior designer to like take leadership across their products, to establish design system, and maybe make UX experience a little bit higher. So basically, they just like found me instead of previous one. But now there are mostly developers, managers, and yeah, it's really challenging to work with all of them, understand their requirements. But that's what we're looking for as
Okay.
designers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What about I don't know the time zone. How
Mhm.
is there any difference?
Yeah, actually, it's fine. I was surprised also, but in Zambia, it's actually the same time as here in Warsaw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we have in team also people from Great Britain,
Uh-huh.
from Finland, and it's mostly quite the same. So
Uh-huh.
really comfortable.
Yeah, because from the geographical point of view, it's like in the
Yeah,
same
in the
line,
same
or
line, I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
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 I
yeah. That's why.
it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. And can you like give some advice for the people who are looking for a job?
Mhm.
What kind of steps, like CV, portfolio, whatever, like you can advise them?
Mhm. Yeah, well, I would say that, yeah, of course, your CV and portfolio, it should like be correlating with the standards which are like normal in the industry. So basically, when it comes to CV, for example, it should be really easy to read, very scannable, like, you know, people can quickly
Yeah.
understand what is there. And also they should be nice to these automatic machines which scans your CV, because I saw like CVs very creative, like 5 pages, so very nice, but it
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't work, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And as for portfolios, there are different formats. I think it depends on the position
Mhm.
which you are aiming to. So yeah, you should just look for examples of designers in your sphere, I think. Yeah, and very important advice is to develop your page in LinkedIn to improve your networking, because it also works nicely, I think.
Okay, we got it. Thank you for this. This is the kind of small interview with you. And yeah, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, that's it.
Ну, не знаю, надеюсь, нормально.
Да, все